Hey guys, how's it going? Um, wow, what a setting. So I don't know what's gonna happen, guys. Um, I like I knew this day was kind of coming. I guess it's pretty much here. Um, oh, like 2 more months until like mat leave is done, and life is gonna have to return back to normal. Um, really, yeah, I don't know. I might not be able to continue doing this. I don't think so. Um, yeah, I don't know. And it sucks because I'm getting a pretty good grasp of all this stuff. I fail at the quest. But like I have a pretty good grasp. I think a lot of big things planned, and can't really get them done. Um, so like I'm pretty much done my mod alpha 8. I mean, there's still little things done like map and whatnot. Very experimental, but here. So yeah, I don't know. Um, I've written like kind of goodbye thing multiple times. Oh no, I didn't write one this time. Done it instead. I don't know. Maybe I'll be back. I'm gonna have a great big talk with my wife. It seems as though everything has basically come, and yeah, pretty much out of this. Yeah, things like you here. We're getting lots of subscribers the entire lifetime of. I've brought this over here just to show. When we first started, we didn't get very many views often. Things kind of went up a little. Alpha 60 survival, some other big things. I think like this was when I did the new and Alpha 17 watch out. 17 or 18 came out and started doing a lot more good tutorials and stuff. And my subscriber count really went up. Like my view numbers went up and has been really steady lately. So, I was kind of thinking soon there'll be like a whole another round of doing some good things for the channel, and we'll get a big bump and boost. Um, COVID-19 stuff somewhere kind of about here. And so yeah, pretty much all of that back down a month. Yeah, views kind of went up for us to move. Our subscribers, they were down a little bit, but now they're back up again. It's consistently about 100 a month for the last 6 months, which is team channel growth. I figure I've been doing decently well for a channel, um, overall, but it doesn't seem to matter. So that sucks. So it takes time to grow and mature as a YouTuber. Some people just have a natural propensity for it, but it takes a few years for them to like get it. But I've seen a lot of other people falter a lot sooner. But yeah, I'm pretty much around it. Like, I don't know, sucks. Like I said, I think I'm finally understanding how to make things grow. I have some things that I've been working on that are finally pretty much ready to show you guys. Ideas for new things that are going to come out. Now the game's on. Okay, I don't know how to play this version. Yeah, this is my version. I took the creature pack, which has behemoths in it. And this was going to be a whole behemoths only video. Well, not behemoths only, but behemoths, the land of the behemoths. Behemoths on the outside. Billy, how's it going, man? My advice before calling it quits, maybe expand your repertoire more in varied games. Could really help. It could, but I don't have the time. I cannot make the time. They get a little bit weird where they don't even walk around. I don't know why. Working on these things for days. Sometimes their AI just gets all dumb. Just doesn't even walk at all. Really aggravating. They'll work fine. Won't. Yeah, so I mean, I would love to expand my repertoire of games and stuff. I was really planning on doing another round of Nautica stuff, like all Zero stuff. But I can't. There's a lot of other games. You know. So I don't know. I don't think I can. So, and I think it kind of comes down to this point where, like, if you have, I was gonna get like 3 kids. That's sort of like seems to be where a lot of people have. I think Rongo and S'more both quit around that same mark, where like the pre-gen map from it, or what was going to happen with it, but I didn't. So yeah, so yeah, like it doesn't really matter what I do with the channel right now because it doesn't. And see, that's the thing is I don't know if I can make time. Um, I want it to be out of the streets. Theory for us. But yeah. Yeah, it's just not working for me. If I can make it work. Kids are getting hiring time at the moment anyway. Brutal. And I know some of you guys have supported me a lot, and clubs. I haven't lost my passion. I have not lost my passion. That's the thing. I am so sad to like have to do this. Like, I can't keep going because of other people. I can't. Like, I am. Does not like to quit at things at all. And I haven't spent 5,000 hours in this game and like 5,000 hours on my channel to quit. I don't like that. But I think it's just the way that life is. So figure out I think if there was more either I don't want to like I'm not. Most people are pretty great, but I think between YouTube and not monetization from YouTube, it means there's not any money for the sustainable as a channel. Pretty much over, right? Come on out, Red. Get all of them like woken up here. Kill them all. Hi there. Here, come on, guys, everyone, wake up. Yeah. So. We'll just these guys here. Ooh. Anyways, yeah, so I mean if you guys have questions or comments and stuff, keep chatting with me I'll be around for a bit. These guys are supposed to be way more hardcore. They just like the AI keeps failing on them so harshly. Hey. They're just like not walking around. When they do work though, it's pretty cool. They will break quite a big chunk of the building away eventually. But it's a problem with the vanilla controllers. If they do hit you, oh god, does it ever hurt? Holy crap! Well, I mean that's sort of the things about Bucket. Like it's not any one person's particular fault. It's just how everything worked out. At least for now. I don't know about maybe once a year or something. Could do a few. I don't really know. Gotta figure. Anyway. That was just a preview of something that I was gonna work on. At least for an episode. Working on for the last like that one. Then in my mod, I will probably try to pump it out. Just I'll put it up on experimental, unfinished version, so you guys can at least play it and see what I've been up to for. God, so many. Yeah, this one. It might. It might make a difference if that was being scouted. I mean, like, but it doesn't matter to me. It matters more to um yeah, I don't know, like YouTube's not like a job, so it doesn't really matter per se, in the whole scheme of things, which makes it tough. Unless you have the results. Can't really, do much with it for people. Other people's perceptions are, not the same. Because there's only so many people in the society who are gamers. And I mean, hey, if an entertainment company were to approach me, then if there was something there that was substantial, yeah, maybe it would help. But like I said, that's why there's a maybe, because for now it's just got to be too many negative things going on that I don't know. Like, yeah. I think it's harder for me to explain it coherently. That's sort of why I decided to do it as a stream, so that I can chat with you guys. It's a go here. But yeah, and it sucks because like a lot of people have helped out like a lot. Like, um, where like Don helped out a lot, and I don't know, maybe I can help him out doing more model selling and stuff. But like, you know, he built this beautiful thing um for doing advanced research stuff. But I guess we're just gonna have to put it away for now. Yeah, anyhow, awesome. But I'm gonna try to release this thing to you guys because, you know, that would be a nice thing to give people something to do during this time. But yeah, one of the things I've been up to, figuring out how to go into the code, make it so that you could learn skills and felt that wrong. So yeah, now you can learn all these different sciencey things. Do that by doing other stuff. Go to a research desk. And then you can make all these different experiments. Like I've been showing this stuff a little bit off. And as you make these, now you actually learn science skills relating to them. Here, so you chemistry or biology. You just learn them. You just learn them as you're doing them. You don't need to spend any, which then increases the chance that you get like notes to get you know, to get things done. Uh, okay. So yeah, you end up doing a bunch of these like science experiments, which then get you a bunch of skills, and then you learn how to make mathematic for these. You gotta wait for those. Finish the experiment. I don't know how many it would take, but that's sort of how it works, right? And then once they're finally done, a little while, checked for notes. Notes can get you automatic, so you don't have to spend money on all that stuff. Just kind of do stuff and get things. I know you say it's not a job, but you put your head, soul, and time into, which would be great to see reward. Oh, I know. Well, and that's sort of the thing too, right? Like it's like recently been doing even better with growth for like things like revenue. Like this isn't amazing, but you know, the lifetime of it, it was a little bit, it was big before things were not terrible before Adpocalypse happened, and then Adpocalypse killed everything for a long time, and then eventually, you know, my channel grew to the point where I got my monetization back, so that was here. So I lost my money, and then we got it back, and then kept on fighting and getting. bigger and bigger, and then finally, Alpha 19 hit and got some better videos going, and yeah, we started to get some actual, you know, $2 a day. So that's some good money, and so basically now off of this I earn about $82 a month. So yeah, you know, but it doesn't really matter the effort you put in. What matters is how much you can get YouTube to play your video, and there are many reasons why I'm, yeah, I don't know, I could go on and on about how others I think might do it and stuff and things I've tried to learn, but yeah, it's kind of tricky. Things done yet? Are done. So yeah, you would end up getting these notes, and if you have enough of the notes, not every experiment yields. So and then this was one of those things I needed to tweak. That anyways, those notes would then get piled together. Well, I think these ones actually sort of the old way. This one actually how you learned it directly. The newer system is a bit different, where all the vanilla recipes are done in one way. That way. Yeah. That would eventually have led you to being able to make guys. Whoa, a puppy dog. The beagle. Run. It also sucks because I've made like huge cool modding community. Oh, he hates the dog more than he hates me. But yeah, whatever. Anyways, then you get these Molotovs on sticks, basically like a big post with like thing pasted on them, which then can fall down and break down these other ones. Make a whole field of these flaming things if you wanted, but that's just one thing out of whoa. That was I don't have any of the good buys on this. Field. Dog. Okay, so there's a bit more chat. Why the cars don't actually go that fast and stuff. Because broken fundamentally. Still. I know Jack Billy Jack of Trade, Durval Games says, well, you have been just waiting on my boss to approve you. Huh. Started working for Nexus on Monday. Neat. Tuesday, I submitted my first report to you as a top prospect. Cool. Well, I don't know, man. Like I said, we'll see. I'm hoping to have a great big chat soon. we'll see. Go. I don't know, but, you know, we'll see. Hey, Spray Jester. How's it going? Man, with your talent, you should be working for a gaming company. Whoa, spider. Where are you? Oh, it's not. Well, yeah, but I don't know. I'm pretty thoroughly on the camp of life doesn't crap about talent, or it's all about luck, which is there's been scientific studies on, and it doesn't really matter. Some of these guys aren't my talent. Zombies are mostly the talent of Zith, Guppy, and Darkstar. But I mean other things in the game. Like I learned how to make this in Unity from death to dust. This is the Quadra VTech from Cyberpunk 2077. I mean, my models look a little not great. I mean, they're getting better. Trust me, they're getting better. Like if we come and summon in, okay, stop it, no, stop it. I'm trying to show the folks something. What is it? It's skateboard. Board Eats by Adreden. Modeled this headset for this guy. That's one of my models. There. And I started off with this bat thing too, but then my friend D-Bat took over and pretty good job on it. Pretty interesting. Another one of my is the mining laser, which is this thing here. Like that. Basically uses the whole chainsaw hold. Have like this mining laser, instead of, you know, any other of these weapons. Which is pretty cool. It's like a one-shot deal. And I was working on shaders and stuff a while there to get, you know, some pretty cool effects going on, but ultimately didn't quite finish those because I got onto other shaders. Kind of like went down this whole like thing path. But you can see it works pretty well. You know, you mine and get you get your resources by this mining laser, which kind of uses like a laser tweezer array. If you were to use realistic scientific term, laser tweezer, but like it's a holographic setup, so you can also use it on bad guys. Works really well. But yeah, I had this other plan too, of having basically, please stop, these zombies where like, so my mod, headshots work as a way to kill zombies. This guy here is actually being controlled by a whole other faction of people who use brain-computer interfaces to interface with their nervous system. And this guy is just a basic guy. Yeah, that's why he's running away. Doesn't want to fight us, unlike these other normal zombie dogs. So yeah, he ends up running away. But there are other variants, right? Like there are the. I was gonna make even a behemoth variant actually, but that's probably not gonna happen now. We go rolled, and we go in like our lean. Get these two because you can see like this guy has the same sort of headset poking through his hair, but he's also had some stuff grafted to him, like a big old metal slicer. He has like a neck guard and a head guard, which means that this faction knows that, you know, the zombies have soft and squishy heads. Like they explode. But when these guys have been taken over by the controllers, their heads are not so squishy. They're protected, so they can fight you a lot better, right? Yeah. Anyhow, even these guys are slightly better protected with small amount. Anyway, so I was going to make a whole progression system based around that, where like first thing is you'd probably meet some of the scouts and like, well, why is that zombie running away from me? Right? Trying to get to it. Hey, wake up, man. Thought I'd turn the AI back on. AI on? Move. Yeah, move. Thanks, bud. And so, yeah. Which you'd probably investigate. And then there was a bunch of these like UIs. It must be on. That. K, dynamic prefabs. Go up. Which was in some of my other things. Well, those are all maybe other places. Join a game, edit a game, public prefab editor. Hey, Earnings Goblin 15, how's it going? Budget Bucket says, I don't know much about that stuff, but can't you somehow make money off mods? No. EFP prohibits it. You can maybe if you yeah, you can maybe if you have a server which you charge access to, but it's not fun. So great, and then the modding community basically blackballs you if you try that. So because TFP does they want to make their money off of but yeah, this is Vanguard Biologics, which is part of the whole thing. This though was never really meant to be part of the controlled factions thing. It was always just sort of a thing in the area where they would basically have taken over this facility or live near it, so they have a basically an inexhaustible supply of zombies. But the whole theory here is pretty well crafted, I thought. Have these areas here which hopefully entice the player to come in here, and then when you come in here, this area here kind of traps you in here, so you're finally trapped in here with all these zombies. You can't really escape. I mean, you could go back this way. I didn't mean for it to be totally trapping, but then you have to fight through all these zombies that have come out of the clone, and these have been pretty fun. Like the zombies will come into these cabs of these trucks and wreck nicely. Times in there. But I think most people from who have been to my channel for a long time in the game. Thanks. There was also even a secret area that I was going to work here, but it is no longer. And then here we have a nice chilled area, cold in here. Yeah, chilling area. Robots. Now that there's been so much more about creatures, I was actually thinking about putting these guys back into the game, where these guys are here trying to keep the undead out as the cloning facility continues to produce more and more things. This was actually an homage to Metroid 3, best I could in 7 days. You know, kind of getting it. Which then, you know, these are all stem cell producing vats that then use like laser tweezers and other methods, trophic factors and cells and such to produce actual body parts in mass quantities, then binds them together in one of these biomolds, which then get matured into semi-mature bodies over here, then eventually mature to real bodies. Also another wonderful creation by Evat, this glass. And the zombies will come to life and break out of there and try to get you. When this facility was still running, still something here. These guys would get scanned for imperfections, whatever, and then perhaps body parts or organs harvested for the person who paid for their clone. Now it's just the game is filled with certain zombies. What's going on? And there's teaching areas so that you can have teaching stuff up here. There's been a lot of thought put into these things here. I never quite got to finish. So once again, makes me. I even had, I was going to use series 0 core here and to have the 1 block crouch so you could actually crawl through the vents. You know, not a complete, but a fairly extensive. Comes out there. This section. We can here. Oh, yeah, it is connected. Stand up here. Yeah, which then would go over here, etc. Anyways, server room. Lots of spaces in here for exploring and such. Well, this was built off of the out of some game theory about having like a quiet rest place for the player, because like you ramp up the like in game theory, oftentimes, you know, you want to ramp up the difficulty for a while and then like fighting and fighting. And if they came through this way, they'd fight a bunch of zombies. Here they possibly would fight an army of, and if they survive, then that's great. And then, you know, over here, tiny little rest area. This is sort of like in Dark Souls where they have like hub, I guess, and various other things where you have like an area of rest and relax. So I just thought this a nice peaceful little area here was for the player, like, you know, they caught their breath. And so this would, it's like a tension building thing, right? The tension goes way up here, goes up, then the tension goes. I think people can relax a little bit, right? This is the game theory behind this building alone, is that then they collect themselves a little bit and then they're ready to go out and fight again. And they go forth and tension keeps on building. Until, of course, they get probably out to here is a calm zone again, because it's robots are keep out of here. But eventually you should fight your way. There's also like a whole, I have this whole, instead of dungeons, what my idea was making graphs, graph theory from computer, have assigning various difficult nodes of the graphs. Basically making it so that along your path, there's going to be kind of an approximately the same amount of difficulty to get to any particular single node. And this here was like a root node. Not a root node, central node, where like no matter which path you took outside, you'd come to this place, and then you have to go up here to this and well, the tunnel that was all blocked off, which of course had its own sort of values for how much things. This is a branching point, like, you know, here edge, here's an edge. This edge here leads up to this whole other laboratory. Here, this one I was going to make into offices. Yeah, anyway, this is a bunch of science stuff based off of one of the neuroscience labs I actually worked in, and some of the different chemistry places in universities and such where science is done. So that, yeah. And then there's another operating suite where I was going to have actually some of probably the controlled guys, but yeah. Matter now. And then this is sort of where CEOs meet, and CEOs and officers in each one of your rooms. You come to here, and then there's going to be some custom zombies in here, but don't have the time to do it. So, and ultimately, this was part of a quest where you had to go in all the way down because you had a mining laser. Oh, mining. You'd probably be able to bust through these doors. Because right now, the game is just in such a way that like you'd have to use a steel axe to get through here. If you had this mining laser, like it's, you know, it takes 1,000 off of these blocks each hit. Pretty useful. It goes through pretty quick. Still like a bit of work, but this was to be one of the like penultimate sort of things. But yeah. It's a shame to see such a great talent go to waste. Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm kind of cynical today. I mean, I'm kind of cynical, but like the world doesn't care, so not enough. There's definitely lots of people who care a lot, like Billy here. I know he's been around for a lot, and Old School has done so much for me, or is like from supported me on Patreon. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe things will work out. But not. Ultimately, last quest was to get in here, get to this neuromorphic quantum AI chip, and get it. Be able to get a part or whatever for solving this part of one of the various ends. Yeah. Let me see. Some of the other things I was working on was stuff like controlled station. That up. Discard those changes because that would be bad news. Okay, just relax. Let me fly up there, please. So this here was kind of old building, probably like a doctor's office, that's been converted by these people who found a way to control the zombies. And yeah, you kind of come in here, and you know you can see this like sort of operating suite-esque thing kind of starting to happen. This is where your sanitation stuff would happen, prepping and stuff would happen in here. Surgical suite here, or and then in here, the small army of already finished zombies. That these are actually rubber blocks made from tires. The game, just another thing that should be around, because you should be able to use tires. Their properties are such that, you know, zombie punches them, they will absorb and transform that energy into heat. But hey, who cares? Science, whatever. Yeah, and also the things up here, planning room for the rollers. Space. This is in here. Never got the sound of this one right, but it would be nice kind of sound. Yeah, nice little working area where like helmets. But yeah, it's not. No, so see here. We also have. I'm gonna do a couple of things like this around the place too, where you had like these houses. You know, they were like a little bit extra protected. You may be like, what's going on here? Right? Well, a couple of the tells might be like a couple of these Zomzyme blocks. Kinda. I don't think I finished this one entirely yet. Partly done. But you'd be able to get in here, and you know, things, you might notice some weird things going on. Doesn't look the house. Here, of course, radically different. Been put back together, but with this block built basically from zombie bones, because the zombies, if they can punch steel, they can, you know, there's something strange about their bones. Yeah, anyway, which then leads to this chamber, especially if we're to come through this door, you kind of from above, zombies are all milling about, but it doesn't really matter because they're controlled, they're not too much. Find this little closet here, built into this POI anyway, and you'd go up here and find a small station, a little living quarter for it. Oh, and I finally even actually got another really cool. We also put in this one. that one, and we'll also hit. I don't know if it has. Anyway, this was going to be another little outpost, just kind of out in the middle of the wilderness. You've seen this in my one video, the Controlled Saga Part 1, where there was a bunch of zombies under here to protect the place. And basically, if anyone came in, those zombies would be activated and come in and attack you up here. This is kind of like a honeypot. You kind of like, oh, what is this thing? You come in, and then the zombies underneath wake up, and they come up here, try to get you. Anyway, another one. Okay, Dodge Bucket. I guess I'll see you later. Well, I don't know. We'll see about see how this all goes. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know. Because it's like, yeah, there's pressures between, you know, like my wife and my kids and money, and I don't know if it's just COVID-19 making things tough, but I mean, I knew that this day was coming even before, which is why I started working on the Patreon. You know, trying to get stuff really going in the game, or like trying to get my Patreon fired up and trying to get other things going. So I guess, I mean, I'm not gonna cancel the Patreon stuff this month, because I need to have some deep conversations about like where I'm going with life. Because there's other things that I want to do. I want to maybe start a robotics company, with my kids. Kind of want to start. So I have this like carbon capture system that I want to experiment with a lot. Works, that would be good. So there's that. Yeah, also, I mean, if I want to talk about the game in general, I'm really disappointed with the direction that Fun Pimps are bringing the game. My way that I'm making it is the exact opposite thing. That's birds. The modders have been just nuts and I'm here to show you guys something I'm working on. Something I wanted for a long time. Guppycurd did a version. Instead, I've been iterating on what he had done. Hey there, guy. This is a Dark Star Dragon. But these are the creature pack things, guys. Oh, no. And, building doesn't really have what I wanted. God mode. Here. Yeah. Changed out so many of the lights. Zip it. Guys, zip. There's one. So yeah, now what I finally got done was so that you can just pick up these damn lights. You don't have to smack them to make them pick upable. You can just want to use them. You can just pick them up. That now got a flashlight like that, because I've always hated these dungeons and how they that. They can put it back down. Same with those lanterns. Out here. Go into here and you find. I think these guys are pick upable too. So yeah, now you can pick up these lights as well. Then gives you one of these blocks Guppy did. Like, you know, a placeable one of those. All up. Because, you know, how these things were working. And then I think there's a bunch of these other. See the next floor up. What's here? It was right there. Oh well. Oh, here's one anyway. Yeah, so you can also pick up these ones now too. I managed to figure that out too. I mean, there's so many like little quality of life things. Like, done. Well, I guess it's 7 o'clock, so I guess I'm gonna go. Maybe ever. I don't know, it feels so weird to do. I really hate it, guys. I really not having to be not here. Yeah. Not enough. Support from YouTube. I'm not gonna say from you guys because most of you guys have been super awesome. There are a bunch of like douchebags out there in the world, but most of you guys have been. Some of you have been like super awesome and amazing. Helped. No matter how hard I work, it just makes things worse actually. Because the harder I work on the channel, the less time that family gets a problem. So, make a racetrack up here now. This is actually based off of this gun, coupled with the auger, but tuned down a little bit. Big enough I can get through? Car will just rip through those anyway. I don't know that the car is going to make it through these holes. Probably be a little more, but yeah, so like I said, I'm going to try to get my mod put on the mod launcher. Just so you guys can, I don't know, play with it. See what I've been up to. More a matter of just actually, oh, hey, man. Getting screwed. Put it up there. Yeah, which also means, I don't know, I guess I'll probably not be playing much anymore either, because, like, I tend to, I guess, stop most stuff. Ooh. Car's got a lot of torque. Oh. But yeah, I don't know, Billy. Let me know. Let me see how things go, and I'll let you guys know in maybe like a week or so how life is gone for me. Because I don't know what's gonna happen. But if it was my choice, I would keep doing it. I enjoy it. I'll keep doing it. It's just that I never get the time to do everything. Oh wait. Whee! Another thing Fun Pimps couldn't get done. Vehicle damage. Like, engine damage. Oh well. Oh well. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna be out of here. Stop depressing you guys with stuff. But you just hit me up on my Discord. I'll be around still for a bit. Same with Twitter and such. And who knows? Like I said, I don't know how things. I don't know. I've got a couple more videos I might finish because I recorded some Space Engineers with Hal. But we'll see.